Welcome back to the channel. My name is Matt, aka the True Prince of Pro, and today we're here to talk about the John Cena Classic. At Backlash, John Cena announced that the WWE will be holding a unique event where members of the NXT roster will be competing against members of the main roster as a showcase of the future of the company, quite like how they did with John Cena's last match event at Saturday Night's Main Event. But with this one, it doesn't matter who wins their matches, the fans will vote on who is the winner of the John Cena Classic, which I think is an absolutely weird concept for a title, but the idea of an NXT versus main roster show got me thinking, so I wanted to come on here and fantasy book a 6-match card of what I would like to see happen at the John Cena Classic. Now I try to be a little realistic here and not book too many big stars, because we're not going to see like Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes. Maybe we might see him, but not like the big names. And I also tried not to book too many recent NXT call-ups because I think that would just be a little weird considering they just left NXT. But anyways, let's get on to the card. Now for my opening match, I have a fatal 4-way match, as it'll be Shawn Legacy versus La Parka versus Carmelo Hayes versus Dragon Lee. Now for this one, I picked a representative of NXT, AAA, Raw, and SmackDown, just to kind of bring up the variety of this show, plus I think it would just be a lot of fun. This match to me would be a lot like the incredible cruiserweight matches we've been getting on AAA TV as of late, and I think this one would be non-stop action and a perfect way to open up this event. And for this match, I would have Carmelo Hayes pick up the win. Now for match number 2, I have Thea Hale versus Natty. Now, Thea Hale is a personal favorite of mine as she represents the Pittsburgh wrestling scene, so I had to find a way to get her onto this card, and I think a match with Natty would be a perfect fit for her, because I think their styles work so well together, and their characters are such an interesting contrast that I think it would make for a very fun match. Now I would have Thea Hale put up a valiant fight, and just when it looks like Natty has her beat, somehow Thea Hale is able to roll her up and get the upset win. For match number 3, I have Miles Bourne versus Sami Zayn. Now for this one, I think a lot about the match that Miles Bourne had with Johnny Gargano at Stand and Deliver, and I think that Sami Zayn can pose a very similar challenge to Miles Bourne in this match. Plus with the new attitude and aggression we have seen from Sami Zayn lately, I think this would make for a very fun match. Overall, I'd have Sami Zayn pick up the win, but show respect to Miles Bourne after the match by shaking his hand. For match number 4, I have Kendall Gray versus Bayley. Now this was actually the first match I thought about when I was putting together this card, as I think Kendall Gray has a bright future in the WWE, and I'd love to see her get tested against a living legend like Bayley. Now this would be an incredible back and forth potential show-stealing match between the two, and overall, I'd have Kendall Gray pick up the win. Now for match number 5, I have a non-title mixed tag team match, as the current AAA mixed tag team champions Lola Vice and Mr. Iguana will be taking on Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. Now y'all know I love AAA, so I needed it represented more on this card, and I thought this was the perfect way to do that with an absolutely star-studded match where everyone is coming in with championship gold. This would be Lucha Chaos at its finest and have a lot of fun comedy spots, but ultimately, Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan would pick up the win. And in the main event, I have Mason Rook versus Oba Femi. Now, Obafemi is the one exception that I have for my rule of not wanting to use NXT call-ups that have just come to the main roster, because Mason Rook is so new to NXT that they never faced each other, so I figured it was okay. John Cena has been on record as being a big fan of Mason Rook, so I assumed he would have to be on this card, and I thought who better to put him up against than Obafemi in what would be a big meaty man slapping meat and throwing each other around match. And I think this would be absolutely awesome. Overall, I'd have Obafemi pick up the win, and based on the fan voting and how this card's booked out, I'd assume Obafemi would also win the fan vote, so that way he would be the winner of the John Cena Classic. Overall, I think this would be a very fun show, but let me know what you think in the comments below, and let me know any dream matches you would like to see happen at the John Cena Classic. Thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to talking more wrestling with you in the next one.